I distinctly remember the moment, okay, that I decided I was going to write something. We were doing, I shouldn't even name the show. We were doing a show at Episcopal, and I was conducting a number with the orchestra during the show, and I remember the exact moment thinking, this is terrible. I bet I could write something at least as bad as this. And then I thought to myself, well, put your money where your mouth is and write something. So I didn't know what to write. And later that year, a traveling company for children, not unlike Playmakers, came by and did a small dramatic presentation on the Acadian expulsion. And it really moved me. It was very touching. I thought to myself, well, there's already a book. There's the Evangeline story by Longfellow. I'm going to read that and get some ideas for a musical.
Well, the first time I heard about it, Paul, the band director at Episcopal, and I was teaching 3rd grade at Episcopal, came into the lounge and asked if my husband at the time would be interested in writing a play with him. And I didn't really know the band director.
Right away, I think she thought, well, okay, you know, this guy's probably a quack, but I'll go hear his music. But then when she heard the songs, I think she liked them. So she says, well, you know, this is actually pretty good. I'm going to tell my husband about it. So when I finally did meet with Jamie, I played him some of the songs, and he liked them as well. But I remember him saying, well, it's a real good idea. I've got so much going on right now. Maybe next year, you know, I'm thinking maybe 12 months, 16 months down the road, we could get started on it. Well, I was very impatient. I wanted to go now, you know. So he said, well, if you want to go now, talk to our friend Danny Tibergen, who you teach with at Episcopal.
And Danny Tibergen from Episcopal, the 6th grade science and the drama teacher, took it up and began writing the show. And then when he was murdered, he was a dear friend of all of ours, my ex-husband, Jamie, at the funeral looked at Paul and they said, we got to make this thing happen. And it's kind of been a passion, a crusade, part of our lives for 10 years.
Well, the first production was a workshop version. It's similar to the concert version we have here. I remember everyone wore tuxedos and long black dresses, so it was done more of a formal concert right there at the Episcopal School. That was in fall. And then over the Christmas break, we put together a CD, which is sort of a concept album. Then in the spring, another concert version, then the full play. Then LSU, people from LSU saw the play and then approached us and said, we'd like to do it as our summer musical, which we did. It was produced at LSU, very successful. From then it went on to another concert version done in Lafayette and in Shreveport with the Shreveport Symphony. That's the one that was televised on PBS. And I think it's reached 46 states now. It's had quite a bit of a reach. And then the year later, we did the Oak Alley production. And 4 years after that, Baton Rouge Little Theater came along, and we did, and that was a great production. All the productions are very successful, but I just mentioned the plays because it was really remarkable how quickly they sold out, how long they ran, and how very well received it was. And it's been sleeping since then a few years, the last 4 years, 5 years, and now it's being revised again here for Playmakers.
So that's what was so wonderful about the subject of Evangeline, because it is a production. We are actually being able to produce and at the same time make it a benefit for Playmakers, raise some money so that we can keep moving forward. And what I love about Evangeline the musical is that it is a local musical. It was written by a local playwright, local composer, and that is something that we really are big on, that we want to showcase those people. And they're right here, you know, in our backyard. And so with Jamie Wax and Paul Toronto and this piece that's been around for 10 years, so of course we want to really celebrate the 10th anniversary and celebrate that it's a local production, and we love that. And so it's a beautiful marriage, you know, with what we're trying to do with Playmakers. You can reach Playmakers at 389-7246. Our website is www.playmakers.net. You can buy tickets online and just click on Buy Tickets, and we'll have them at will call for you the evening of the performance. And the performance is at the Visual and Performing Arts Center at Episcopal High School. So your tickets will be there the night of the performance.